I'd just been working in Blender to create this big concrete sci-fi building, and all the while I was modeling it, I was thinking about Ian Hubert's lazy tutorials.
No one gets into moth wrangling for the adrenaline. Hey, check it out. They like the lamp.
That's why I had this funny little idea. Hear me out. I want to use the footage that I've captured here and turn it into an Ian Hubert style lazy tutorial, but I'm going to use AI to do it. That little idea was about to send me through a minefield of AI software, putting my very soul at stake. Or maybe just make me question my sense of right and wrong. Let's rewind a second. I'd already gotten into bother with AI a little bit earlier when I was looking for a texture for the building. This is what happened. We could definitely use some of that. You've got some like dirt, some grooves, some pipes. We're gonna use a sneaky little trick here, and we're gonna get this image now in 1600 by 924. It does lose its fidelity, unless, let's search for an AI image upscaler. This looks promising, and we'll drag in our downloaded image from textures.com. Oh wow, let's punch right in there. So much more detail. I guess no one needs to pay for textures.com anymore. I feel a bit bad about that, to be fair. Okay. Moving on. Right, back to the present. Now, I already had all the footage I needed for my Ian Hubert style lazy tutorial, but I needed a script and a voice. Okay, so ChatGPT is going to write the script for this. Write me an Ian Hubert style lazy tutorial to create a building in Blender and must include tips on extruding faces, adding edge loops, and cube projecting textures onto the surface. It must also include Ian's quirky sense of humor. Hey there, welcome to the most laziest tutorial on Blender. Extrude that face. If you don't know how to extrude a face, then my friend, you're not lazy enough. Okay, we're going to get him to revise this, I think. Skip vital information. Yeah, this bounces along much better. I expected ChatGPT to nail the technical aspects of the tutorial, but I didn't expect it to bring the comedy so well. I mean, it's not quite Ian, but it was damn close. Now, we just need a voice. I'm not gonna read it. I'm gonna try and find an AI voice to read it. So we're gonna imitate Ian Hubert. So I'm going to pull up a video of his for reference. Oh good, this entire talk, world building, is for Creative Commons use. Like this. Seriously though, that is an excellent talk by Ian Hubert, and I've put a link in the description if you haven't seen it already. Let's listen to the man.
Now that you have this, put them anywhere. You can make a lazy scene and add moths, and people will be like, wow, you even added moths. And you'll be like, yeah, I did, and I taught them to love. Moths add realism to anything. AI
voice generator resemble. Let's see what the crack is here. Oh, it's voice cloning. Put the mouse down! Don't you dare! Woo! Do a 180 here. We need to find something else that's going to allow us to create an AI voice that just sounds like Ian. I don't want to steal his identity. That's not what I'm trying to do. Excellent decision making right there, and done at the breakneck speed of Premiere Pro. Now I have had a look at the terms of service on Resemble since then, and it does appear that you're not just letting them clone your voice, but also make a synthetic copy. You're allowing them to synthesize it, which means that even if you ask them to delete your data, they may well already have a synthetic copy of the recording. So deleting your data by that point is utterly meaningless. Okay, there is Natural Reader. We'll have a little look and see what they've got.
Natural Reader Commercial.
Natural Reader Commercial. Natural Reader Commercial.
Natural Reader Commercial.
Natural Reader. Not feeling a lot of these. What's this?
Natural Reader Commercial allows users to redistribute their created audio files for commercial, public, and business use.
3D modeler's experience too. You start to model a thing and then you go outside.
So we can select our emotion.
What sunshine is to flowers, smiles are to humanity.
Oh my God.
It said the exact same thing for 4 years, and you just get to watch it phase in and out of relevance.
It really sounds like... Ooh, okay. This might end up being good. So I had everything I needed for my lazy tutorial and began editing, but then came across an unexpected problem. Just started thinking to myself about the thumbnail for this video, which is an odd thing for me to start bringing up here, but I was gonna use a picture of Ian on the front of this, but then just realized, well, I don't have permission to do that. So I can't use a picture of Ian in all good conscience. So I thought maybe I'd use one of those AI loopholes again and use Midjourney to generate one of him. In Midjourney, I can use that image to generate a new image. So it's not that photo, but it was using that photo. So let's try that. Let's just see what happens. Prompt should be the URL for that image. Now the thing about generating images in Midjourney is it's damn fun. Full honesty, I was having a great time. I could generate images to my heart's content. As long as I was using it as inspiration, everything's above board. But in this instance, I was actually thinking of using the image directly. I feel like I've gone a bit off the rails with the AI stuff now. And so I'm kind of worried about it. I don't know what you guys are going to think of this, but if it's not the original image and it's AI generated, is that okay? Actually, I don't know the answer to that. I'm worried about posting this video now. I quite honestly thought for days about what to do with this image. It's just so tempting to use it. It's right there, I have it, and it works for the purpose I want it for. Deep down, it just didn't feel right. I could see only one way out of this situation, and I did something that no one in their right mind should do. I decided to launder the image. The plan was simple. Find an artist on Fiverr that can create a thumbnail for me. Give them the AI image, and then they'll create a reproduction with their art skills, and they give me one back that's squeaky clean. And I found someone I thought could pull this off. Honestly, when I saw that image, a weight had been lifted. I knew I could publish this video. And you've waited long enough. Here is the Ian Hubert style lazy tutorial made with AI.
Alright, let's make a building in Blender. Scale that cube up like you're making a loaf of bread, but instead of dough, it's a building. Add some edge loops because you don't want your building to be a cube forever. It's like magic, but with less Harry Potter and more polygonal wizardry. Then, extrude some faces to make the walls tall like a skyscraper. But who cares about the length and width? We're just making a building here. Smack that texture on there and watch it wrap around the walls like a warm blanket. UVs! Align them like you're straightening a picture frame. Make sure the texture fits the building just right. And voila! A building made in Blender.
It's hard to imagine such a simple idea kicking up so much anxiety. And for something so short as well. The components that make it up I think I'm okay with because it's a script generated by ChatGPT and the voice isn't Ian's. Obviously the grey areas expand as AI can do more and more things and it becomes more competent. I think it's just important to stay vigilant when we use it and keep a check on ourselves for what we use it for and why. Oh, and Ian, if you happen to watch this, I'm sorry.